TNT, and here's what I came up with in order to mine ancient debris with duping TNT. I am Bonovoxel, this is my first video, so please be patient with me. What we see here is a TNT duping module, the one which Raceworks presented us in 2017, and it reliably launches forward TNT at every step of the machine, and it launches here in the ancient debris blocks in front, so the explosion doesn't affect us and it explodes right at the correct height from the ground in order to don't damage too much the floor and have a maximum blast explosion without making the giant tunnel boring machine made by Il Mango in the same years and recently in the Peaceful Challenge, which works also in the overworld. What we have to take care when working in the overworld or when encountering some blackstone is to avoid that it touches the top of the machine where the slime blocks are, or it just stops. What else? In 2017 they didn't have ancient debris, which is a movable and at the same time explosion proof block that allows to avoid building all the launching system, which makes the TNT entity explode right in front of the wall at the last moment. Here we have two cards that allows us for a jump on the machine and get the button we will use to activate it one click, one movement at a time. So it's semi-automatic, not full auto. As we can see now here, we're gonna click the button and the TNT is launched forward. Now I've removed the audio track from this file because I'm new to editing and okay, we have some things to take care when building this machine, and the first one, so it's a one wide, you can copy it easily. Some things that we have to take care when building this machine is first to place the cart on the detector rail, which activates TNT. In this way, by structure aside, and activate the button, the piston with a button beside it, and then remove everything. At this time the TNT coexists both in a primed format and also as a block. So we will need a shroom light, 2 observer, 3 pistons, 7 slime blocks, 1 cobblestone wall, very important in order to stop the cart being launched forward with the TNT block, and some other blocks which I show here. The stone is for making the stone buttons, because sometimes we might lose one of them. And yes, we need 3 or 4 ancient debris. Okay, let's build it up. Mushroom block, observer pointing into a piston, you see. Then we jump and we make a column of 4 slime blocks, and then a T form like that coral. Then we place the TNT block. In front of this, we're gonna make our bar made of 3 chip blocks and 3 or 4 netherites, ancient debris, pardon. Then we're going to make the structure to put in place our cart with the detector rail. As we've seen before, it's very important to place TNT like this. Anytime we should remove the block and replace it. Okay, let's take this off. Let's go building the engine behind the duplicating module. As I noticed before. In this state, TNT coexists both like a block and like a falling, a gravity-affected entity. Okay, let's build up some blocks, giving one space in between the duper and the engine. First regular piston is pointing toward the duper, then behind it we going to put a slime block, then the only sticky piston in this build is set behind these slime blocks, pointing to the back of the machine, then another slime block, then below the first slime block of the engine, we put an observer facing downwards, observing downwards and putting power to the block we're standing above, oriented like this we see from the arrow. Okay, if the machine breaks opening, we just have to put um, a button on the side of the slime block over it, and the machine reassembles itself. Okay, and now a regular piston behind it with a slime block in front of it, slime or honey block in order to make the driving module. As you see, here we are currently at 11 blocks of the engine. Then we put on the rail and cards of the block that is now honey. Of our driving so this is the machine. We jump on, we put on the button, and we click